My breakfast this morning is this giant T-bone that was $8, and then half a dozen eggs. Coming out of Grafton Notch now, headed back into the mountains. Took the day off yesterday because I was just wrecked after going through the Notch and then up Mahoosuc Arm and over Old Speck. My knees were swollen and in pain, and that day it was 20 hours to go 17 miles. That might have been my hardest day that I've ever done out here so far. Just so much steep, icy stuff. My legs were all cut up and inflamed, and so I put Neosporin over all the cuts from the post holes, and yeah, I just needed some rest. But back at it. Another about 60-70 mile stretch where I'm still climbing back up into 4,000 footers, and that's where the snow is still, between 3,000 and 4,000 feet in the tree line. But it's a really warm day today. It's like, might even be in the 70s right now. So that'll be hard to say what that's gonna do. Probably just make it a mess and lots of post holing. So I've got my snowshoes still. Probably keep those until I get to Caratunk. And yeah, my pack is really heavy. Between the snowshoes and the micro spikes, it's probably 6 extra pounds, which for some people, 6 pounds is like their base weight. Let's see. Oh, I got another set of micro spikes. Worked out really well. Base weight actually had found some extra spikes in a size large, which didn't fit her, and ran them out to me in Bethel, Maine, right there. So worked out because I know exactly where I lost my other set of spikes. It was at the base of Mahoosuc Arm when I was pulling my trekking poles back out, and I realized it when I got about halfway up the arm when I needed to put on the spikes, but there's no way I was going to climb back down and then back up. So this worked out really well, as it always does. Everything always works out here. It is icy again. This is at 3,100 feet, so probably gonna be like this anytime I'm up in elevation still here in Maine. Oh, this looks fun. So that is Little Bald Plate Peak over there. What I'm on is called West Peak. Wow. Here's more of the really stupid steep stuff. So I'm guessing that ladder probably runs all the way up here. Just constant. Put it on and take it off. So annoying. A lot of these alpine bogs up here in southern Maine. Well, I just realized that I lost my water filter. So the water bottle, along with the filter attached, fell out somewhere. I was looking back at my video where I'm walking away from the camera, and didn't have it then, so that was quite a while back. So I'm not gonna walk back for God knows how many miles and try to find it. It's not too long to the next town, and the water up here is, it's pretty good. Just gotta make sure I'm not drinking out of ponds or the bogs and I've already had Giardia before, and I'm healthy and strong right now, so the immune system should be able to take care of most things. So yeah, just be more mindful of what sources I'm drinking out of, and hope I don't get sick. Water bottle. Oh, it's annoying. It's been my experience that seemingly random bad things might have a reason. So I'm gonna guess that this filter might be bad. Maybe it was frozen or something. Me losing it now, it's a way to it before I drink out of some truly bad water thinking it's a good filter and then really get sick. This snow right now is actually really like the worst in terms of safety, because even with these snowshoes on, I'm sinking all the way down, and at the bottom it's like sharp rocks and all sorts of shit. So yeah, good time for snowshoes. Probably turn into, yeah, look at this little stretch of snow, and there are rocks, so now I have to take these snowshoes off. Glad this is clear and not covered in a sheet of ice, because you'd want an ice axe here, because there's nothing that would stop your fall if you did start sliding. But thankfully it's clear, just very steep. So I send my poles down and then just slowly back down. Great. Trail is pretty clear now, under 3,000 feet, 3,100 feet. It's interesting how that's changed. When I first entered New Hampshire, it was anywhere around 22 to 2,500 feet I'd encounter ice and snow. Now it's all above 3, and I'm thinking probably as this really warm week progresses, that'll keep creeping up, and be so nice to get rid of these snowshoes. This is cool. This is Dunbrook Cascades. So this Hall Mountain lean-to, 6 miles, where I'm going tonight. But up here, somebody left a can of Pepsi. Drink it in the morning, because this caffeine will keep me up all night if I drink it now. But that'll be a nice treat tomorrow. Thank you, trail magic person. And speaking of trail magic, Marina with Hyperlight Mountain Gear just dropped me off a fresh new Sawyer Squeeze water filter. Hyperlight's been really good this year. They're my main sponsor of the trip, been helping out a ton, and I knew that they're up here in Maine and close by, and so when I realized I lost my filter, I reached out and she was able to drive out to this road and give me that filter. Wow, it's clear trail and it's nice and well maintained and not bare bedrock. Of course, blow down still, but that's okay. This is so nice. Another gorgeous lake. Wow. I've passed 5 piles of this moose scat in the last like 50 feet. So it's right next to that pond. So look at this. Right up here too. It's starting to get hot today. Time to take off a layer and grab some water. Top of that mountain is the shelter I stayed at last night. Came down into the valley, climbing back up now. I really appreciate these rock steps. Much better than just a bare, slick bedrock. Now that the ice and snow is gone from some of this stuff, you can see just how steep it is. So New Hampshire, southern Maine, a lot of it is like this, where they drill in pieces of rebar into the bare bedrock to help people not fall, but because there's so much ice and snow over everything, like most of that was hidden. So the camera never captures it, but that gives you an idea of the kind of steepness that has been all iced over. So some more rebar. Southern Maine actually has a lot more steps than New Hampshire does. Or at least this little part. I mean, around the border of southern Maine, it's all bare, slick bedrock. Yep. So all this would have been hidden under the ice. And then you're just dealing with that grade with no help. So in the last 2.7 miles, I descended 1,550 feet and then climbed up 1,320 feet. And that's the AT for you in a nutshell. It's a really nice day. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I got some lunch meat and some pita bread. And then I'm gonna drink the soda that I've been carrying since last night. Eat a cookie first. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this leap. It's pretty far. Might be wet feet time again. Gotta have 3 points of contact or more. And it's like rock climbing. Hard to do holding a camera. Wow, so steep. All this melting stuff is nice. This is just the trail. Usually there would not be water up here. But this is about 3,200 feet now. So this is what's underneath the snow right now. You break through, just cold water. Crazy how fast this is melting. Top of Old Blue Mountain. North side of the mountain still. Oh God. The snow is so soft now, even with snowshoes. And then those are probably from poles. It is such a mess through here. Man, this whole southern Maine section, if it's steep, it's like clear or icy. And then if it's flat, it's all this snow that's rotting and water, cold icy water when you sink through. It is so damn slow. Southern Maine is definitely harder work than the whites in New Hampshire. Yeah. Some moose prints through here though. A lot of moose around. I've seen so much poop, so many prints. It's a moose. Entertaining for me to see these footprints from poles. God, it's so deep. Look how deep that is. This is so bad. It's so slow. And it's been like this for like 5 miles continuously. Oh my God, this is all so annoying. It's this, and then it's just snow since 2 o'clock today. So slow. Look at how far the post holes go. Gorgeous day. I'm really enjoying the bird song out here in the mornings. I'm lower in elevation now, so there's not too much snow. But man, yesterday, between all the really steep climbing and descents at the beginning of the day, and then after Old Blue, it was like all 4 feet deep snow. And I had to wear snowshoes for that whole stretch, which the shoes definitely make it easier going, but you're just marginally faster than if you post hole. It's just, more pleasant than post holing. And you can see where poles had come through, and it's like every step he was sinking up to his knees, sometimes deeper than that. And so yeah, I ended up stopping at like 10:30 last night, like fully 8 miles short of where I thought I would definitely get, because I thought I would, like 20 would be doable, 25 might be a big push. Ended up doing like 12 something. That was how much slower everything was yesterday. But today I'm gonna get to Rangeley, and again, my plan was to go in and out, but it might take all day to get there. So if it does, I'll just stay, eat more food. This is Bemis Mountain second peak, and Rangeley is over there somewhere. Wow. So my feet had just about dried off today, and now there's this river crossing. Maine is really nice when it's not under feet of snow and ice. Hey, that rhymes. Wow, it's like mentioning ice just summoned it. This is Long Pond, and I'm walking by, and Maine is really just full of all of these ponds. First time I came through here, I think I camped at every single pond. So some days I just go 6 miles, 8 miles, go to the next pond, set up my camp, go out and swim. That was really fun. I can't do that this time. And we're back to this bullshit. This is about 2,800 feet. Shouldn't last too long. I don't think it's going to be worth putting on snowshoes. Look at this. This is cat scat. They say there's no mountain lions up here, but it's pretty large. I mean, look, this is my trekking pole. That's a large animal. That's not a small cat, I don't think. It's pretty gross, muddy mess through a lot of this stuff now. Yeah, feet are definitely soaked. These things always explode out of the undergrowth. It's pretty startling. They really let you get up close to them. Buddy. I am almost at the road to go into Rangeley. Today still took longer than it should have because of snow and bullshit, but this last stretch has been much faster than the rest of Maine. Most of Maine so far has been less than 1 mile per hour. So if you never experienced that, it's extremely frustrating to hike, 15, 16 hours in a day and to have made it less than 15 miles. But to go into town, eat some food, and make a push up the Saddlebacks tomorrow, which I imagine has a bunch of snow because they're at 4,000 feet and it's all shaded out. But push over those, Sugarloaf, so that'll take 2 days, and then just one more push over the Bigelows, and then the trail stays at much lower elevation past that to Katahdin, so should be clear of the snow.